And anyway, Patty says to Murphy, "Hey, my mate fell off his bike today." "Oh, really?" said Murphy. "Aye, he has brain damage, 2 broken arms and blind in one eye," said Patty. "Oh, fucking hell," said Murphy. "No wonder he fell off." Riding a bike and not stay poor. Oh, God. All right. Oh, here's one. This is a really cute joke. I give you dirty jokes, but once in a while I find a real clean one that was like invented by an 8-year-old, and it's absolutely adorable. And this is one of those jokes. It is, why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors? Anyone? Because if it had 4, it would be a sedan.
Oh,
Get it? Coop, sedan. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. That's really cute. Yeah. Anyway, here's one. Captain is giving orders to his soldiers staying in the line, right? They're all lined up for inspection, whatever. After finishing, he asks if anyone had a question to ask. And one soldier says, "I'm sorry, sir, but why do your boots have a different color? One's black and one's brown." Well, the captain, he never bothered looking down at his own feet that morning. He just assumed he put on the right boots. He realizes, oh my God, the guy's right. I got 2 different color boots. Oh, for God's sake, how embarrassing. The whole damn parade saw this. I'm just going to have to go home and change them, right? And you guys, you just wait here for a minute. I'll go home, change boots, and I'll be right back. Well, anyway, he comes back, and he's still wearing different boots. And the soldiers are asking him, "Why didn't you change?" You know? And the captain says, "Well, I couldn't find a normal pair at home. The other 2 are also different." Oh,
that was the bullock that the Nazis grabbed.
Oh, gosh. Okay, where does an animal go when it has lost its tail?
Home.
Why, to the retail store?
Oh, of course.
The retail store. That's cute. A lot of cute kids jokes tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, now here we have told, and of course from Why Not, this is very especially true. We've had a lot of blonde jokes, right? Okay. One thing we do not get enough of here are blonde guy jokes, and they are out there. Blonde guy jokes, and I've got one for you tonight. Just as let's start evening this shit out, okay? There's a couple of blonde guys, right? They're working for the city works department. All right. One digs a hole, and the other right behind him, following him, would just fill the hole back up again. Right? And they worked on one side of the street, then down the other, and they're moving on to the next street, working furiously all day without rest. One guy digging a hole, and the other guy filling it up again. And finally, this onlooker who's watching them is amazed at their hard work, but he couldn't understand what they're doing, right? And he asked the hole digger, said, "I'm impressed by the effort you're putting into your work, but I don't get it. Why do you dig a hole only to have your partner follow right behind and fill it up again?" And the hole digger, he wiped his brow, and he sighed, and he said, "Well, I suppose it probably looks odd, because we're a 3-man team, but today the guy who plants the trees called in sick." Right, about a bakery. See, a local bakery hires a beautiful young female cashier who likes to wear very short skirts. Right, one day a young man enters the store, and after noticing the length of her skirt at the high location of the raisin bread, and he had a brilliant idea. He said, "I'd like a loaf of raisin bread," the man ordered. The girl climbs up the ladder to reach for the raisin bread, and the man standing directly beneath her gets an excellent view as planned, right? Once she's climbing down the ladder, another male customer notices what was going on. He also requests a loaf of raisin bread as well. Well, each trip up the ladder, the young lady caught the eye of another male customer, and soon every male customer was asking for raisin bread. Now, after making several trips, the lady was tired and irritated and was fuming on top of the ladder, where she noticed an elderly man standing in the crowd staring up at her. She's thinking to save herself the trip, she yells, "Is it raisin for you too?" And the man says, "No, but it's quivering a little bit." I'm moving around. Okay. I have a horrible joke for you here. I found this. This is one I think sounds like one that Braden would tell. You know what, Braden, actually, I would not be the least bit surprised if this joke was in your lineup. You're going to have to scratch it off.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I'm listening.
Okay, why are women like KFC? Anyone?
Why?
Because once you finish with the breasts and thighs, all you have left is a greasy box to put your bone in.
You.
Terrible. Oh my gosh. All right.
I've told that joke before. Yeah, you're right.
All right, I'm going to tell one more, and then we're going to bring up Braden up here to try to be funny for all of us.
Yeah, we haven't had Braden in a long time.
Yeah, Braden hasn't come in a while, so we're going to give him a shot. Here's the next joke. It is, a man and a woman meet up for sex. They're like on Tinder or something, right? And the man, who had really enjoyed it himself, he's asked the woman, "Are you a nurse?" The woman says, "Well, yeah, I am. How did you know?" The man says, "Well, you took care of me so well." The woman asks him, "Professionally, are you an anesthesiologist?" And the man says, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And she said, "Because I didn't feel a thing." Guy goes to his friend, they're talking in the bar, and he said, "You know, my grandfather died in front of me as a child." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, before he died, he sent me a note. They were his last words. I decided to open it until it was ready." So he pulls it out of his wallet, he opens it, and it says, "You're standing on my oxygen line." Oh, gosh. Okay, so what's going on here? This one is two friends are talking and said, "Look, I have this thing going," says John. "I fell in love with our pastor's wife, so we're having an affair. I haven't seen her for a few days, and I'm urging to do so. Could you be a buddy and keep our pastor occupied while I go fool around with the wife?" Friend Bill reluctantly agrees. It's a sin he's agreed to commit, but he goes to the pastor and he starts asking all sorts of random, dumb questions. He tries and tries, but the pastor happens to be a wise man who sees that Bill is not sincere. So after sweating a bit, Bill confesses, said, you know what, I'm just delaying you, Pastor, because, from going home because, my best friend John is hanging out with your wife." And the pastor scratches his head a bit. He doesn't even look angry. He says, "Bill," he says, "my wife's been dead for 2 years. There's no reason to keep me occupied. But if I were you, I would run home really quickly right about now." All right, see, Bill's not